Yo. Are we on? Hold on, guys. I got to get this together. Now, you guys see I have a alert here. Let's see if it connects up. I think we good. But what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nick Moses 05. We are in here for the Nick Moses 05 podcast. I told you guys that I was going to be doing a podcast like setup. So these setups from now on will be podcasts like, okay, well, I still cover everything, still do what I do, okay, as normal, but it's going to be more of the podcast setup. And you guys see here, I have to get the widget set up and other things. So I'm clicking through here. Just work with me, all right? But first, while we doing that, okay, while I'm going ahead and doing that, let me give a couple shout outs first, all right, man? So first, we going to start with just giving everybody a shout out for Happy 4th of July. Did you guys do anything? What's up? How you guys? Oh, the alarm. I seen it. I caught it that time. Did I catch it? How long was I going for? Tell me, y'all. How long was I going for? I told you, it's a lot of things going on. Okay, excuse your boy, Nick Mo. Okay, but happy 4th of July. I hope you guys shot off fireworks, didn't hurt any fingers. You didn't blow up anything crazy. A lot of you guys probably stayed home. I know I did. I was very busy, just working nonstop. I want to give a shout out, of course, right now to my brother Nate Mo. Okay, my brother Nate Mo birthday is today. Yes, it is the day after 4th of July. So, all you guys from Mo Fam, go ahead and give Nate Mo a shout out. Nate Mo is 43. So this is when we talk about these old school gamers. Okay, my brother, the oldest brother, may I remind you, is an old school gamer. I mean, Mortal Kombat 3, I promise you there is not one soul in this world that is going to beat him in Mortal Kombat 3. If you don't believe me, link up with me. Put in the comments. Hit me on Facebook or something. I can set that up. I'd be more than happy to live stream him giving you the whooping. Okay, but that's my brother Nate Mo, man. Shout out to him. Happy B-Day to you, man. I'm going to speak with you later on. You know how that go. Also, shout out everyone that tuned in, man. Everyone that tuned in last time to the live stream. Like I said, I'm posting these now as podcasts. So I had, the first actual callers call in. So that was wonderful, man. Let's give a shout out to, I believe that was Joe and Dead Specimen that called in last time. First callers, man. That's big news to me. I know you guys are in the chat right now. I'm going to be looking at the chat. I got a lot going on here right now. I got a lot. It's just all over. Like I said, it's going to be a podcast format, and I got to keep rolling. And we're going to be doing a segment where you guys call in and everything. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the donators, everyone who donated. And that's point of this super chat alert that's no longer working. I figured that was going to happen. So I'll try to stay in touch with the chat. If you donate, I don't want to miss any donations, man, because that's just important. I just want to give you that moment of shine. The number's there. As you guys see, I got the number there. I can look back and bam, this is kind of nice. Okay. Man, it's wow. Let me get to the chat real quick. Let me do a quick roll call for you guys. Okay. Ardino, Chris Ma, Joe, Mo Beast, let's see, Jethro, Chelsea's World. If I missed you, Moroccan Wonders, everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Also, if you are listening, because this is going to be on a podcast, so if you're a podcast viewer, man, go ahead and link up with me on the Facebook. You can come to the YouTube. You can actually watch these. But like I said, I'm just new to the podcast scene. So I'm like literally just getting in the search engines right now. Okay, like probably today. Okay, so you might see different things with my name come up in, I want to be on every search engine, okay? That's Apple. I want to be on Google's podcast directory. You name it. iHeartRadio, I don't care what it is. Spotify, you name it. I want a section of that search engine for MoFam, okay? So we can come in there. But anyway, let's go ahead, man. I'm going to get to it. I got a lot to get to, man. I told you. I got cards. So you see, I got the card. Now, this is coming. Hold on. I don't want you to get out of focus now. I just watched a video on the cameras. Now, right now, guys, I'm using a C920 Logitech, okay? I had it for a while. I'm thinking about going 4K. So I've seen some videos, and one of the videos was specifically talking about the out of focus, and I just noticed it just now. Just moved a little bit. So anyway, let's get to it, man. You guys, you see the number on the screen. I want you guys to go ahead and call in. As I go over these subjects, when I get towards the end, I am going to be taking calls. I want to speak to you guys. That was very nice, and that's something we're going to be doing from now on. So I'm gonna go ahead, man, because I run my mouth a lot and I could be sitting here talking all day. But yo, Nintendo president apologizes finally. Okay, now he doesn't just apologize like normal. Okay, it's a Nintendo president, so you got to throw in a little fluff to it. Okay, but let me just go ahead. I'm gonna go to the cards because I took notes. Okay, believe me, I'm improving. The podcast is coming up. I got note cards now. Okay, but Nintendo president and you know, all my Asian subscribers out there, forgive me, I am not very good with pronunciations, but Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa addressed the company's ongoing Joy-Con drift issues during a financial Q&A. He said that they apologize for any trouble caused to customers, noting that they are continuing to improve their products. Now, somebody came across me and told me, yo, Nintendo finally admitted, man, they admitted they were wrong about the Joy-Con. So I went ahead and researched this, okay? I actually used my time. Yes, I am very busy and I have to use my time for researching and I help many others, but this is something I looked up, okay? And after looking at it, I can't believe that this is the apology. If this is what you call an apology for Joy-Con drift issues, you can keep it. I don't even want to hear it, okay? Because that's not an apology. He said, I apologize for any trouble caused to customers. Any trouble? Let me tell you about trouble. Hold on. I don't want to rant too hard, okay? Because I can get out of hand. But let me tell you about the trouble. I was just playing a fighting game the other day. And you know something? One of the easiest moves to do in most fight games, I think all of you could probably agree, is forward, and a button. Okay, it's one of the easiest moves. Forward punch. Forward kick. You know, forward, whatever it may be. Forward will not work with a Joy-Con drift issue. You know why? Because you're already moving. Okay, it's drifting. It's drifting. It's already drifting. I mean, I can't tell you the countless games I play where it's just drifting. It is so bad to try to play a game where movement is precise, especially a lot of these games that are indie games, these eShop games where your jumps and your movements are very precise. Similar to like Mario speedruns. You cannot have one slight drift on that. Now, okay, that's just part one on that. But he said, noting that they are continuing to improve their products. Woo! I'm hot today. I'm hot. Because I can't believe he said continuing, huh? So Nintendo Switch Lite, that's continuing, huh? Okay, that's continuing. Because I hear many people having drift issues on Nintendo Switch Lite. Wow, my voice is getting high, man. I don't even get like that. But anyways, so you're claiming that you're continuing to improve your products, but the Nintendo Switch Lite still suffers from the same drift issues. It is more than likely a hardware mechanical issue, okay, which means similar to the Xbox 360. You know how many times they went to the drawing board? Okay, that motherboard got changed so many times I couldn't even count the revisions. It was so many different heat sinks, okay, that I had laying around the house just because they didn't know what to do. But they had a 60% fail rate, and they tried to improve. And they eventually improved. But I can tell you, this Joy-Con drift issue, I'm going to go even ham. I'm ham right now, okay? I'm going to go even further. What's even more ridiculous is the price of Joy-Cons. Now, I'm not sure. I'm going off the top of my head. Last I remember, they were like, let's just say $60, okay? $60 for a pair of Joy-Cons that are going to wind up drifting, and then you're left with a drifting Joy-Con. Now, there are videos out there. I want to give a shout out to all the people who put out videos on how to fix the Joy-Con drift issue yourself. You can. I actually have multiple sets of Joy-Cons with the drift issue. I went to the Nintendo website, and you can send it back in. So that's going to be there, you know, hey, we're sorry, you can send it back in. It's the same thing Microsoft did with the Xbox 360 when they got the Ring of Death. First they were like, nope, it's out of the 1-year warranty, we won't do it. And then it was like, oh, we got hit with a class action lawsuit. Now, you know what, let's extend the warranty for 7 years for people. Yeah, I bet, okay. And to go figure, this apology comes around the same time as the class action lawsuit. Okay, I know we ain't even talking about that. Who here is involved in the class action lawsuit right now? Okay, because if you're not, let's go. You know what? if you're watching, now I know people that's listening to the podcast probably can't see, but let's go ahead and get to the screen here. If you are not part of this class action lawsuit, I'm going to put it on screen for you, okay? Bam, you can go to this website on screen right now and be part of this, okay? You can go ahead, I'm just going to go ahead and quick fast. So it says, and I'm going to butcher these names, but, wow. Schwartz, Kreiner, and Donaldson Smith LLP filed a class action lawsuit against Nintendo America for claims relating to alleged defects in the Joy-Con controllers that are part of Nintendo Switch gaming consoles. The complaint, filed in the United States District Court for the Western District of Washington, alleges that the joysticks on the Joy-Con controllers are defective, leading users to experience drift issues. Drifting refers to when the joystick on the Joy-Con controllers automatically registers movement. When the joysticks is not being controlled by the user, drifting can interfere significantly with gameplay and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't care, man. And I just want to get this out because I didn't get the alerts here, okay? But I am going back and forth to the chat. I do want to go ahead, and I'm going to keep that on screen because y'all need to take a look at that. But I do want to say, Chelsea's World, thank you sincerely for the donation. It means a lot to me. Our Dino, my man, what's going on? Our Dino is in the house. Mr. Mo Fam is here, man. Yo, our Dino's been a subscriber for a long time. I know the caller last week, Dead Specimen and Joe were subscribers for a long time. So I love to see you guys have been subscribers for a long time, man, calling in. And, you know, I appreciate it, man. Let me get back to my rant here, though. So if you can, you should go ahead and fill this out, all right? Because if you are suffering and having problems with these Joy-Cons, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. Nintendo can sit here and come for me, okay? And you know what? Let me go back to that because I keep taking it off, but I'm gonna just go back to it. For all those on the podcast, if you do not know what I'm looking at, you can go ahead and just go to Google and type in Nintendo Joy-Con lawsuit. You put class action lawsuit, excuse me. So Nintendo Joy-Con class action lawsuit. It'll pull you right to this page. I can't go ahead and read it out, but if you are, you know, you want to look at the YouTube, you can see the page. But man, I mean, be a part of this because it's not fair that, you know, they're coming down on people selling the mod chips, the resellers, people who installing mod chips. They're taking my videos down. They're taking popular channels down for security of their system because they're worried about taking a huge financial loss. You're not worried about the Joy-Cons. You're definitely not worried about that because I see people every single day talk about Joy-Con drift issues. And it's on this class action lawsuit also has Nintendo Switch Lite on it. So much for working on it. I think it's just a bad, you know, design. I think it needs to be completely redesigned. I think what they should do is not only when you send in the Joy-Cons, should they give you new Joy-Cons, they should also give a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. If you're not going to give us both, at least give us the option to say, hey, keep the Joy-Cons, but give us, no, we need both. I need both because it goes on the system, so it's not even right. I need the Joy-Con. You need to give it both. You need to give us the Pro controller and the Joy-Cons, make it right. It didn't say everybody in the class action lawsuit, hey, I'll make it right with y'all. I'll give y'all a Pro controller and new Joy-Cons, and when we come out with a fix for it, we'll give you those too, okay? Then I'll go ahead and be quiet, all right? But, you know, they took my videos down, man. You know what I mean? Like, they took my videos down, but yet I got Joy-Cons that is drifted. I got in different requests to go ahead and send in, you know, oh, send these Joy-Cons in, send these Joy-Cons in. I can't keep sending Joy-Cons. I can't be down Joy-Cons for this long a time. All right, and everybody in the comments too, I see you. Please keep commenting. I am going to get to it towards the end. Like I said, I'm ranting. I'm going in right now. But they need to go ahead and repair it for free. Give us a controller. Give us the whole shebang, okay? We need everything. I want it all free. I don't want to hear you say we need your ID. I don't want to hear you say proof of purchase receipt. You know it's a mistake. You know it's messed up. That's the one thing I can say about Microsoft. They knew it was a mistake. They tried to play it off, but when everybody's systems was failing, it's ridiculous. Go to GameStop right now and tell them, hey, GameStop, do you guys have a Xbox 360 refurbished? They're gonna say, yeah, which one do you want? You say, do you guys got the old fat one? They're gonna be looking at you like, woo, man, let me tell you, I'm gonna just let you know, okay, that those systems are a 60% fail rate. GameStop employees will literally tell you that. Multiple ones have told me that. I don't know if it's part of their training, okay, but it was so bad that they were literally saying, hey, you need to know these systems have a 60% fail rate. Now, we give you a 30-day warranty, but, you know, everybody knows what you do. You do the good old swap-a-rooey. I seen you guys. I know what you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you got your system. It's all pretty. I know. I ain't gonna shout you out though, but I know you do. I did it too. Okay, I came in line for it. But anyways, that's the Nintendo president. So I'm gonna go to some comments real quick. And right now, if you guys do wanna you know, go ahead and comment. I'm reading on it right now. I'm gonna take calls towards the end. Okay, the reason being is because I can talk quite a bit with you guys, and I want to give you guys that time to talk without you know, cutting off subject matter. Okay, like I said, the podcast, we got it rolling, and people listening on the podcast, they want to keep it rolling. Okay, so let's go through some of the comments. Okay, so just from top to bottom. Okay, well, I'm gonna go from bottom to top. I had to go to, but I already shout out our Dino and Chelsea's World. Thank you so much for the donation. These Joy-Cons been giving everyone problems. Nintendo knew about this problem. Nintendo, we all need better Joy-Cons right now. Caliber, what's going on? This is crazy. Did you fill it out yet? Nebula, did I fill it out yet? The moment I seen this page, I filled it. I was actually one of the ones that were watching for this to happen. It was the same thing with Microsoft. I'm literally like, come on now. You know the problem, and you have not done really anything major to fix it. We have to mod them Joy-Con. Now, it's a con game. You know what's so funny? Joe, my man Joe, shout out to you. Joe was a caller last week. But these Joy-Cons is so bad that it probably is going to wind up where majority of people just want to fix it. I'm one that, good thing I have another controller. Okay, and I have multiple Joy-Cons. But let's speak on the person, the young teenager who just worked, man, okay? And he just bought his Nintendo Switch. He playing it for 3 months, and then all of a sudden, it starts drifting. He goes, what do I do? Nintendo says, man, we got you. Just send us the Joy-Cons. We'll give you some new ones free. He go, what do I do in the meantime? I don't know. You figure it out. That don't work. What if it takes, I don't know how long it's going to take in your warehouse. I don't know your processing department procedures. I don't know the time frame on that. Okay, it might be forever. I might be waiting without a system, which is not fair because the problem is your fault because you're repairing it for free. So you know it's your problem. What do we need to talk about? Whitney, I'm sorry, guys. I'm ranting again, okay? But anyways, all right. Enough about Nintendo. I just want to speak on that about the president. You guys, just take a look at that one more time. If you are viewing now, you can go ahead, fill out that page. Okay, just simple questions. Be a part of it. What'll happen is, you know, even if it might take years, guys, I'm gonna be honest, but let's say it does complete and they say, hey, everybody gets $60 for, you know, a refund for the Joy-Con. That $60 you can count on later on down the line, or some type of, you know, reimbursement or helping for that. Now, Nintendo took down my video, so I felt the kind of way. I did. Okay, I can't lie. I'm human. When they took down my videos, I was like, yo, it's not like I'm sitting here telling people where to go to download the free games, because, you know, I used to be on that. But then I said, you know what, I'm growing as a channel. I can't be doing that. That's not even right to give that type of information out. You know, that's illegal. I'm going to leave that for other people. So I'm going to do it right. I'm going to just talk about the modification side of things, but I won't go ahead and tell people how to play, you know, backups of their games. All right? That was my thing. Didn't matter. Still took down my video. Oh, SX Core SX Lite, huh? Bow! Took it down. Mario, here we go. Just killed it. You know what I mean? So, terrible. So I'm feeling some type of way towards Nintendo. Nintendo, I still love you. I still love your system. Okay? It's a love-hate relationship. Okay? It's just the way it goes. But anyways, you know, shout out to everybody out there, man. Mo family, they got Joy-Cons and dealing with the same issue. That's feeling my pain just like me. Shout out to you. Okay? But anyways, let's go ahead and get to it. So, I had something else to talk about. I go on. I told you. I got a lot to go on here. I got so much. So, I'm just going to say a couple things quick fast. You know, I got some fillers in here that I was just, you know, that I just come across so many things. Mortal Shell Beta is out on the Epic Game Store. If you guys play PC games, I don't know if you play Mortal Shell. It kind of reminded me of the Elder Scrolls feel, Witcher 3 type feel, but looks very nice. That beta is out. I have not tried it yet, so, you know, guys, you can go ahead and check that out. And also, Nintendo has announced, if you play Tetris 99, I'm not a Tetris 99 guy, but I got a friend who's very big on that, and he told me Nintendo announced an event. It's a new Maximus Cup where you can earn Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition theme for your Tetris 99. So anybody everybody wants to do that. I just wanted to get that out there because that was something that he mentioned that people probably care about. You know me, I'm not a big Tetris 99 guy. I'm gonna be honest. It's too much thinking for me. I'm right now at the point of my life, okay, and I don't like to shout out my age because I look very good, and I like people to continue thinking. But you know, people who know me know how old I am. All right, and I like to play games that's very simple. Pick up, round 1, fight, done. Round 2, fight, done. Final round, done. Very simple, you know what I mean? Call of Duty, you go in there, bam, 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 we run that round. Fortnite, we jump off the battle bus, bam, we lost or we won. I like it very simple. Games that take a long time, you gotta really have something to keep me. And there's very few, but that title looks promising, so you know, definitely check it out. But anyway, so the U.S. Army, I gotta talk about this because this is hilarious. And this is the U.S. Army. So United States, all my people out there representing the United States of America in this crazy time. We're going through everything with COVID, social injustice, everything. You name it, it's happening. You know, it's kind of going crazy. 2020. It's been a crazy year. Let's just say that. But the U.S. Army's esports account tweeted yesterday, okay, and it tweeted out capital U, lowercase W, excuse me, capital U, hearts, okay? I don't know what that means. If you guys know what that means, please put in the comments. I have no idea what that means, but the tweet went viral, okay? So this tweet went viral with many criticizing the Army's use of esports as a recruitment tool for young people. Now, the moment I heard that, it just sparked in me like, yo, what the hell? So you telling me that I've been teaching my kids to get good at games that use like dual analog sticks. My daughter right now, okay, can play Roblox, young age, can play Roblox and move dual analog sticks where you got grown ass adults who can't move them. All right. So it actually takes some skills. Many people can say, oh, it's nothing. No, if you're playing just used to moving one type of way, it's hard to move a camera and your body. Very tricky, but we got little kids who are doing it. So the moment I heard this, I said, yo, am I like preparing my kids to work for the Army? Like just think about that. Like, just walk with me here. Walk with me. Okay. Let's say you playing a game and you good at it, man. You very good. You playing Battlefield. You can take airplanes and know how to drop the bombs. You're killing tons of people. So next thing you know, the U.S. Army sends you a message and they say, hey, man, we got a job for you. It's just going to be based on strictly robotics. We want you to come in. We're going to pay you $65,000 a year to test these different drone equipment. And we want to just see how it moves. We see the way you move in this game, and it's very nice. All right. We want to go ahead and put you on. The first thing you think, now me as a kid, if I was a kid, I'm sorry. Okay. $65,000. If I was 16 years old, I would come to my mama and say, Mama, I want to be part of the U.S. government. I'm sorry, $65,000 at 16, right? So they bring you in there, la, 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 you know, you're going through. And they're like, oh, sit down and you're working. They're like, oh, you're flying drones. So it's a beautiful, you're working there for months. You know, you're flying these little robots and it's just very nice and easy job. Lo and behold, do you know you're actually, getting coordinates for a bombed attack. And then they tell you, oh, we want to test this in an open desert. You know what I mean? We just want to, it's open desert. We just want to set this bomb down. And, it's going to be a lot of dummies out there. They're just crash dummies. You know what I mean? You just drop the bomb on it. You drop the bomb, and lo and behold, you come back and they say, woo, congratulations, man. You got 15 confirmed kills. What the hell? 15? I ain't trying to kill them. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy, man. The U.S. government definitely is, I'm not sure if that's going on, but I've heard with different games that were Army games that they have been targeting a younger audience using these tools. Knowing that the wave of the future is AI, is robotics, we will need, men to control these robots. It will be a point where less people will be needed to control them. But if you have some sort of, let's say, oversight to multiple ones and you can manage and that's very powerful to a U.S. government. Regardless, let's say, okay, it's one thing to be able to say, hey, I'm 150 pounds, I'm fit, I can shoot, I can run, I can jump. But it's another thing to say, hey, any drone I move and shoot, I don't miss. I drop bombs, I don't miss. I'm 100% accuracy. I've never, these are things that you could say. when you start taking into the gaming world and robotics and AI and things like that. But soon after, the Speed Run Challenge was created, okay? And this Speed Run Challenge was created specifically on the U.S. Army's Discord, okay? And this speed run was to pretty much saying, hey, U.S. Army, you guys, since you want to go ahead and, you know, always tweet and you want to be in us and recruit us, you know, for gaming, we're just going to go ahead and bomb your Discord channel, okay? So it was a challenge to bomb this Discord channel. I mean, a real challenge. So I want to go ahead, you know what? I'm going to go back to it. You know, I got to do it. So everybody, my podcast listeners here, I am going to go ahead and have some on screen. So I'm trying to just go walk with me on this tunnel. But let's go ahead. So this article is from GameSpot.com. Shout out to GameSpot.com, okay, for doing a great job that they do about this. But I just want to go ahead and show on screen here, if we can, do they have any examples of this? I want to go ahead and see one of these speed runs in action. Okay, so we got some speed runs here. Okay, here we go. Bam, we got some coming up. So let's go ahead and choose one right here. So let's see. Bam, we're going to go ahead and pull it up. So it says 18 seconds. So bam, he logs into the U.S. Army Discord, or U.S. Army Esports Discord, I should say. He goes to general chat. The 35-year-old recruit. Yo, and he's banned. He's banned just that fast. Oh my God. So look, I'm going to just go ahead and recap that. If anybody's listening, okay, I'm going to go ahead. I got to look at a couple more of these. So what's happening is the U.S. Army Esports has a Discord server, okay? And this is the U.S. Army Esports account that's doing all this together. So I don't want to mix it up with any other parts of the U.S. Army. Let me just get that straight first. But it's been a speed run to see who can get banned the fastest. Now, this dude said 15 seconds. I don't know if I believe that. Okay, so he logs in. Okay, bam, he's got a timer going. Okay, so he's in the U.S. Army Esports. Capital U hearts. And he said 15 seconds and he was banned. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Like, just seeing these, just the amount of time that people pretty much got pissed off, and they flooded them like with just crazy messages. Okay, just crazy, out of this world messages, swear words. People were just putting stuff about the Army. The first one, for all my people that's listening to podcasts, just so you know, that first one was a picture of a Army recruiter, but it's spelled recruiter R-E-C-R-O-O-T-E-R. Okay, and it had a bunch of statements that recruiters usually say to people. So from the U.S. Army side of things, if I was working there, I'm gonna be honest, I probably would get a kick out of it. That everybody's just kind of bombing U.S. Army Esports, but this is kind of how the internet is, man. So it's just hilarious to see these and watch how the internet's going crazy. But here's another one. The guy gets in here. Okay, he goes straight to general chat. I see it, and he hits paste, and he puts the same picture, the 35-year-old recruiter. So it seems like a lot of people were copying and pasting different pictures, things like this, but bam, banned. So it doesn't take long. So, you know, I don't want to encourage anybody to go over there to the U.S. Army Esports channel and try to get banned, but, you know, you may want to. You may want to go ahead and do that. Just try. But I find it hilarious that the internet never fails me with great, hilarious material. The fact that they're going out of their way to go to the U.S. Army Esports Discord and just put ridiculous. It's like some stuff is so corny, it is hilarious. That's what makes it very funny. So, nonetheless, man, internet, shout out to you, man. Shout out to MoFam if you were a part of that. That was hilarious. But right now, if anybody wants to go ahead and call in, you can. I am just going to be kind of, you know, talking with you guys for a minute. If you want to call in, we can go ahead and chit chat. We can go ahead and do it up. But, you know, as far as my videos, you guys see, I put up a video yesterday. So I thank all you guys who tuned in to that video. That video was about a software, and I'm going to get back to that. I'm really trying to get more to posting the homebrew softwares, because when I started, you know, it was really about starting working with people who didn't get as much attention, you know, probably those developers or people who make homebrew applications. Might just be one guy in a basement. Might be one guy who's, you know, could be rich as hell, but he just does it as a hobby. You know, it's simple as they do it and no one talks about it. So my job at that point was to talk about it because, you know, it's people that are not getting heard. And I always believe of one voice, okay? I'm a big believer in one voice. So, I tell everyone, man, to let me know any content you may have. If there's any videos, Caliber, sent me a music video. I had that at the end of one of my videos. I will be having that again. If you have any do-it-yourself projects, if there's anything you're working on, if you have custom Nintendo Switch bedroom, if you have some Mario bed sheets that you bought for your kid, you want to show pictures, anything, it does not matter. Go ahead and send it to me. I'll be more than happy to show it on the channel. I have no problem with that. But when you guys call in, I want you guys specifically, I'm going to be drilling you guys on the Nintendo president. And also, I want to hear about this U.S. Army Discord. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but specifically Nintendo president, because, man, that is like, for the simple fact of how bad they cracked down on uberchips.com. A lot of people, if you do not know, if you have not heard about it, uberchips.com was a reseller of Nintendo Switch mod chip that was SX Core and the SX Lite. That was created by Team Executor. I want to make sure you go ahead and put that. So, Team Executor, I guess, I'm not sure, Team Executor, I speak with them, I'm going to shout your name. I don't want to shout you out. You see what I mean? It's like that. We fam like that. I don't want to shout you out, but you know who you are, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. It's other people in Team Executor that I speak with. Good people. There's people I've spoken outside who say, yo, Team Executor garbage, son. They garbage. They ain't good. They trash. They ain't good. They steal money. They take ideas. They do everything. And then they say, bye, and they ban you. You know what I mean? So I don't know about that. I like to go off experience, but I'm going. So Chelsea's World, thank you for posting that site. I really do appreciate it. Smooth Jones, what's up? Hold on. Somebody calling in. Hold on. I got to take this. Hold on. All right. What's going on? Who do I have on the Nick Moses 05 podcast right now?
What's going on, Nick Moses? It's your big fan, Joe Farinelli. What's up, buddy?
I knew it was going to be you, Joe, my man. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Yeah. If I hang up the phone, don't get mad or anything because my battery's almost dead. Like I'm plugging in the charger while I'm driving. I'm like, my phone's got a charge. I'm calling for Nick today.
Man, my man. Nah, it's cool. If you die, man, the show goes on. I'm glad you told me early. So you said that's your goodbye. So anyway, Joe, I'm going to tell you this. Joe, do you have any Joy-Cons? And if you do, what problems are you having with your Joy-Cons? Kind of express what you've been dealing with Joy-Cons.
Well, so far the Joy-Cons have been okay. I haven't really experienced that much drifting, but like when it comes to like first-person shooters, and also like Skyrim and those types of games where it's all first-person mode, that's when it like really knocks in a lot. I've also had it on the BioShock Infinity. I'm shooting around and all of a sudden, boom, it drops right to the floor. I'm not sure if that's the Joy-Con or if that's actually a bad game, or it needs an update, but it's just really weird. Most of the problems with the drifting issues have been with the Pro controllers. I had to go buy a new one a few months ago. It wouldn't work for anything. It was the Legend of Zelda one.
Yeah, now, I'm glad you said that, so everybody listening could definitely hear that, because I want them to avoid anyone that might cause trouble. Now, I can tell you, my experience, Joe, been a little different. My Joy-Cons go all over the place. I do have more of an older system, so my system's been pretty old, and I bought a couple of Joy-Cons. But I heard that some people say that it only happens to people who don't take care of their Joy-Cons. What do you say to that? Do you think it's an issue where it's just a better handling of the Joy-Con doesn't cause the issue, or do you think it's going to be, cause regardless?
Well, that might be, if you don't take care of your controller properly, maybe that causes the problem. Maybe the circuits in there are not made very well, maybe like from pounding on them or button mashing. Maybe that's what causes the problem. There might not be tight enough, like those circle spacers in the controllers, I forget what they're called, that holds on to the board. Maybe they're not made well.
No, and I will agree with you there. It's something there that's just not made well. Now, my thought would be, okay, well, we know it's an issue, so now when we make the Nintendo Switch Lite, shouldn't be a problem. But the Nintendo Switch Lite has been a system that has been added to the class action lawsuit. Some people say they're still experiencing Joy-Con drift issues. Have you known anybody to have any issues with drifting with Nintendo Switch Lite? Have you known anybody personally?
No, but the other day was on the Executor forum, and when you install either the core chip or you install the light chip, and if you mess up the solder point, that will actually disable your Joy-Cons from working. If it busts one of the capacitors, then you have to re-solder on a new capacitor, so if anyone's having problems with the core chips or the light chips.
No, that's good, man. That's some good knowledge there. And I was one that, I could say I had problems with the Switch Lite that I had. Okay, and of course I told you once it messed up, I was gonna get a new one. So
Hmm.
everybody's still saying, "Where's the video?" They want the video to installation. I have not even thought about it because I already got an SX core installed. I'm gonna get to it eventually, but I'm glad you said that. Because on that first one, I did have the Joy-Con issue where it just stopped working. So now, and I haven't been, I dig into the forums every now and then, but Joe, I'm glad you dropped that wealth of information. People do not understand how valuable that is. So, have you got your mod chip, or have you pre-ordered one already?
I don't have a mod chip because I have an OG Switch, the unpatched one. So what happened was back in the day when I was on the forums, I'm like, oh wow, Team Executor's releasing a solderless mod chip. That's the dongle, obviously. I went out that day to buy the system just to mod it. I never actually installed a legitimate cartridge in the system, so technically that slot is a virgin slot.
And you know
Never
what's
used.
and you know what's funny, Joe? We just alike, man. That was literally the moment I bought my first Nintendo Switch. I did pre-order the SX Pro. That was when my videos first started rolling around with Nintendo Switch stuff. So no, you did the exact same thing I did, and I got an OG. Now because I'm covering it, of course, I'm gonna get the new stuff, and then I'm gonna get newer models, and I'm gonna try them. But other than that, I will agree the OG rules all. I think if you got the OG, you good to go for a lifetime. I don't mind with an OG, okay, buying another controller, but I don't want to deal with the drift issue. So I stayed away from the Joy-Cons. I just go out there. I haven't bought the Zelda one either. I haven't bought a Pro
Yeah, stay
controller.
away from that. Those all might be bad controllers. I mean, I bought that brand new. I went to go put it in, and I'm like, what in the hell is happening? It's like it's going all over the place. I wanted to play it in dock mode because I was home, wanted to relax, play a game. I'm like, nope, can't do that. I have to wait till I have enough time to go out and go buy a controller. And
Yeah.
I just held off for months. I'm like, you know what, forget it. When I have time, I'll go to GameStop and I'll buy one.
Yeah,
And I
that's
finally bought one a
Yeah,
month
that's
ago.
exactly what I did, man. I went to GameStop and I didn't buy the Nintendo brand. I forgot the brand. I want to say it's, oh man, I wish I could shout them out right now, man. But I want to say Power A or something like. It wasn't Nintendo's regular brand, but it was $40. It was a nice one. It works. Reliable. I think the only thing I don't got an NFC reader, which I'm cool with. But everything else is solid, man. $40. It works great. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't have to spend the money. So, with all this, Nintendo having competition as well, how important do you think it is for Nintendo to fix this issue with the Joy-Cons?
I think it's a major issue they need to fix because, I mean, if you don't have your controllers, you can't play your system. Also, real quick, a while ago when I had that Pro controller problem, I was talking to one of the regular workers, not a manager. I think this is kind of like a back door maybe at GameStop. They said you don't have to have the receipt or the box. Bring your defective controller in and we'll give you another one. I never had the time to go home and get the other controller, so I just got it somewhere else. But you guys could try that if you have any defective controllers and see what they say.
Nah, that's good, man. You know what? I'm glad you said that too. And that was something that didn't even come to mind. And you know what? Why don't Nintendo just say, hey, all stores take all our Joy-Cons back? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just give
really,
out
and
new
defective
ones.
product.
It's defective. But I understand, I sometimes got to be like, okay, let me put my business hat on. All right. Yeah, if I might lose a lot of money. We're all about money. But I'm a consumer right now, damn it. Okay, so I ain't gonna even put my business hat on. They need to fix it. They need to fix it fast. So Joe, man, I had somebody else calling in. I want to give everybody a chance. Joe, my man, I love you calling in. Any last words before we get out of here?
Last words, it's going to be short. The one thing I don't like about the Nintendo Switch hacking community, it's too much baby stuff. Like, everybody's saying like, oh, Team Executor or Atmosphere, and like, everyone's making fun of each other on there. Back in the day with the PS3, you pick your custom firmware and everyone helps each other out. Too much drama.
Oh man, preach to that, Joe. You right now preaching, because I will agree. And I'm one on my channel. It don't matter, Team Executor, Atmosphere, Rayon X. It could be anything. It does not matter to me because it's all about the experience for everyone. But I do agree there are forums, okay, that are literally like one side. If you post something on the other
Yeah,
side, you will
and
get
they'll delete your
flamed.
post.
Yes. So I'm glad you put that out there. So everybody listening to Joe, go ahead and take that word of advice from my man Joe. I appreciate you, man. You take it easy, and definitely stay tuned, man. We're gonna be speaking again. All right, man.
All right, we'll do. Talk to you later, Nick.
All right,
Bye.
later, man. So Joe, man, I really appreciate that. But yeah, he's right, man. The community is just flooded with this like crazy type of, you know, oh team, and let me say this. I'm gonna say this, okay, because I understand how people feel. Yes, all right, you may feel a certain type of way towards a group. Whereas you may say, hey, and go ahead if you call. I had a few people calling. I'm sorry I missed a call. I'm gonna go ahead and take another call. 1 second. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this. We're gonna get back to that. All right. Damn. Okay. So who do I have on the Nick Moses 05 podcast right now? Damn. Okay. So hello. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up? This is Rob.
Oh,
this is our Dino.
My man, our Dino.
What's up, Rob?
What's going on with you, man?
What's going on?
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing beautiful.
Oh, man, that's
beautiful.
How did you enjoy the 4th, man? How did you enjoy the holiday yesterday?
I enjoyed it big time. Big time. Big time.
That's good, man. So I'm going to go ahead. Our Dino, I'm going to go ahead and hit you, man, like I hit my man, Joe. And our Dino, I want to tell you,
all right,
thank you for your donation, man. Your donation is much appreciated. I cannot tell you how much it seriously means. And I know, as much as we could kick back and talk all the mess in the world, the donations is one of the cream of the crops, and also tuning in like Joe, being here a long time, which was here a long time too. So, man, I just want to give you that moment, man, so everybody can know of the praise I'm giving to our Dino. This is a good dude right here, man, that's been working with MoFan for a while. So, so I'm going to go ahead and hit you with it, man. So, our Dino, let me ask you, if right now, I'm going to ask you a hypothetical question. If I right now told you that you have controllers, and these controllers will probably have some issues a year down the line, and these controllers cost $60, would you be willing to spend $60 a year if it was worth it?
If it was worth it, probably. It all depends. It all depends on if Nintendo fixed the issue. I mean, if they fixed the issue with the drift, with the people with the problems.
Now, I can tell you right now, man, our Dino, this is just me, okay? If I had to play, I'm going to play both sides right now. So if I'm on the good side, okay, I'm going to say, you know what? You right. Nintendo messed up. They made a mistake. And you're right. They should be helping people out. It's hard out here, okay? Especially with COVID-19 going. People ain't got jobs. And now the least we could do is trying to release all this stress from gaming, and they ain't letting us do it. I hear you. Now I'm going to put my other hat on, okay? So I'm going to say to you, hey, well, you know, it's the way you handle your controllers. If you handle them nicely, that wouldn't happen. And then not only that, if you do have a problem, you can go ahead and go to our website, and we'll send you a label. And then you can put that on a box. We'll pay for the shipping and handling, okay? We'll take them, and then we'll fix them, and we'll send them back to you free of charge. You don't have to worry about a thing. Would that be okay with you?
That would be okay with me, but here's my thing. I would not do it every single time, though.
Okay. Now, I hear you on that. And you dropped a nice bomb there. So you wouldn't do it every time. So how many times would you send it back before you say, enough?
I would probably do it maybe tops 3 times. If that issue keeps happening, it'd be like, okay, I think Nintendo has to fix this issue.
Okay. And you know what, I'm going to say, that is honestly a good approach to have, okay? It's a lot more reserved to me, because I do believe every company deserves a chance to make it right. You can't be right all the time the first time. So you say, hey, you mess up the first time, let me go ahead and give you a chance. You know, I agree with that.
Yeah. Here's the thing, too. Now you got Microsoft controllers, okay? You got Microsoft controllers. Now, I know I'm getting off the subject about Nintendo, but here's the thing. You got Microsoft. There's no issues with that. You know, people hit them, people throw them against the hall, the room, their couch, everything else like that. But then if you got these people that are using the Joy-Cons and they're doing it the correct way, and there's still issues with them, they shouldn't. I think Nintendo should fix that issue.
Now, you know what? You said it best. Now, this is the thing I will say to that. Now, I agree with you Xbox. Okay, I right now got an Xbox One controller that my daughter has dropped on the floor more times than I got fingers and toes. Okay, so it has not. One time, now I do got a little piece in there. One thing that will happen when I press left on there, it might double go left sometimes. So it's a little issue. But she dropped it 20 or more times and still works. Still works fine. I still use it. Still turns on. Still don't have any issues. Durability is a major thing.
Right.
Now, one thing I will say is that the sensors, there is a lot more sensors in a Joy-Con than it is for the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One, I should say. So how would you go about, doing something like that? Would you rather have would you be okay with an uncomfortable controller that lasts a bit longer? Or would you say, you know what, I'd rather just return my Joy-Con and get a new one after it messes up?
I would do that at first, okay? But it's Nintendo's responsibility, because if they made the product, they should fix that issue. If they know it's an issue, they should go and fix it. We shouldn't have to pay them money. We shouldn't have to do a free of charge. They should fix those controllers.
Nah, and I totally agree with you, man. We shouldn't have to pay. And like I said, so many people dealing without working. They don't even have a paycheck. And then, it's a time where companies are helping. They're saying Comcast is like, hey, we'll help you out. We'll expand, you get more data limits. Okay, your data limit's higher. Your other companies are saying we can skip your bill for a month. But if you don't have any controllers to play your game, that is kind of hard. So I'm with you, Dino, on that. Now, Dino, my man, like I said with Joe, I know we be talking all the time, man. I get off track. So before I do, but one thing I'm gonna say. So with the U.S. Army Esports Discord, now let me ask you, Dino, do you think anybody should get in any trouble legally for going in the U.S. Army Esports Discord and spamming it?
No, not at all. I don't think they should. I do not think they should.
No, and I agree with you, man. I think it's all, and it might be a little, it could be childish, it could be everything, but it is just people experiencing something, and they're letting loose, and that's the outlet they're letting loose.
I'll tell you what, if they didn't want us to mess around with their Discord, they shouldn't have it out to the public.
Boom. Yo, when I get my soundboard, Dino, I would have dropped a bomb right there. You know what I'm saying? I would have had the sound. It would have said, boom. That was definitely a bomb, man. So, and in the comments, I just want to mention, too, to everybody listening, that the Joy-Cons, in some countries, some people saying that because there is not Nintendo in their country, they're going to have a major issue in sending that in. So I didn't even take that into account, people that might be in different countries. So, I will say it is a problem. I'm with you, Dino. It is something that needs to be fixed. Everybody should, if you haven't, be part of the class action lawsuit. Let's all just get Nintendo to know how serious this issue is and get some new Joy-Cons, man. That's all
I filled out that. I filled it out. I filled out that paper or the website. So we'll see what happens with that. I guess they got to get enough people and see what happens with, people complaining about it or whatever like that, see what happens and go from there. Hopefully they'll fix the issue and maybe they'll have a better controller out there for everybody.
Exactly. That's what we hoping. So my man, Dino, I thank you for tuning in, man. So any last words to the people before we out, man?
Just be safe, be cool, and watch Mr. MoFam's videos. That's all I got to say. They're the best.
Man, boom. I told you I would have threw another bomb for you, man. Dino, my man. Appreciate it, man. It's always nice, man. Stay tuned. I'm going to be hollering at you again, man. All right?
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye. Right, later, man. Later.
All right, so that's another one. So he's right, man. So we got kind of the comic consensus. Everybody's saying it's a problem. I'm going to comment. So my man from Turkey, man, I feel you, dog. If I couldn't send in my Joy-Cons, it's like, what do I got left? Now, y'all see, I'm out here. I'm sweating. It's hot. I'm getting in this, okay? But we about to get ready to go. I'm over my time. I was supposed to make these podcasts 30 minutes. Like I said, I'm putting these on a podcast, and I want people, some people don't have the whole hour. I have a lot of people saying, yo, do an hour, Nick. And I'm going over. I am going to do an hour, okay? But this time, I'm just for those who might be, on the road, just quick, fast, and podcast viewers, I am going to end this short. But I do want to go ahead and, shout out everybody there. K2, I didn't mention you being in here. I did say Moroccan Wonders, Jethro, everybody that donated. Definitely shout out to you. Chris Mom, believe I shouted out. Nebula, definitely appreciated. I know there's somebody, Smooth Jones, we go back like Ajax, Flapjacks, and Cracker Jacks, so it's up to, man, whoo, we go back, okay? Always into something, appreciate you being in here. How the thumbs up on live videos, yo, and what's crazy is I haven't actually viewed the live videos. I have people in here who help with the channel. They will put how to do that. I thank you guys for doing that, because I'm not able to see my own live videos, and I try to watch live content, but I watch a lot of times on my mobile phone, not on the PC. It should be right there. I would think it is, but I'm not sure on that. He said, it's the shavings causing problems from what I understand. They have a high percentage of failure. There is a threshold by law. Nintendo was known for solid performance before. The drift makes the games unplayable. Big problems. Yo, I'm telling you, I'll be dropping bombs like crazy. Unplayable. I love that term, because that's how I feel. Unplayable with the drift. It is terrible, but the shavings, I would love to know more about that. I am going to look more into that. But they have been known for solid performance before. We could talk about mini controllers. Just think of the old school Nintendo, man. You could throw that thing at a wall as hard as you can and pick it up and plug it in and work. So they are known performance. So I don't want to just make it like Nintendo's, out here, boom, 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 whatever. But other than that, man, I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys see the number on screen. I hope everything worked, the podcast. I am going to go back and listen to it to make sure all the sound and everything was good. Next, we'll be working on the soundboard. I had a widget here, too, that was supposed to show the alerts. Did not update for some reason. I will go ahead and work on that. So at least the alerts can pop up on screen so other people can see it, too. But other than that, it is your boy, Nick Motors 05. I love you guys. Mo fam, we are out.